ping-ponging around on the ground at the moment. Plenty of blue jerseys in defence, and it looks like it'll be Osborne who gets, tries to get a clearance away. Instead, it's going to be rushed. Oh, most unusual rush behind. Hand pass from Osborne goes onto the chest of Tippenwoody, and it rebounds through for a point. So around at the moment, wait to see who gets the clearing kick. It goes the Thunder's way. But it's, again, too many Canberra players around. And at half forward for them, it may have been Carr. No, there's Carr, the target, inside the forward 50. He gets it back off the hand pass now. He'll be able to put it on the right foot. It's on the outside of the right foot. It curls around. But it goes through for a major, and Harry Carr picks up where he left off last week. A lot this year that they've had 7, 8, 9 goal scorers, but today they're using Harry Carr as the target.
He's on his way. The right foot drop punt from Harry Carr. The goal umpire barely moved. Carr's got 2. He's 2-1-13. The NT Thunder 1 behind.
Can't ask for much more from the Canberra Demons. We've talked about it as well.
Scoreboard NT Thunder fans would have been hoping for is Jared Osborne. A fairly quiet week last week after he was best on ground in the draw a couple of weeks ago. He started it out to the left. He brought it back perfectly. Jared Osborne becomes the Demons' second goal kicker of the day. They've got 3. They're 3-3-21. NT Thunder 1 behind.
But he might have had his arms chopped. He has. Play on to the advantage, says the umpire, and that's with Baker now. Goes for a long run. Puts a hand pass over to a man who's been in a lot of space today, Harper. Harper then finds Evans. Evans from on the 50 puts it in towards the goals, and right between the sticks. It's shepherded through by Alex Pake. That's not a bad goal. That'll be a contender for goal of the day here this afternoon. And it's Kel Evans getting his 50 for Canberra. And it's, I think it was Pake who got the ruck tap down. It was indeed. And the shot on goal, well, the celebration comes from Mitch Maguire as he splits the big sticks, and Canberra have 5 on the board before quarter time. 5-4-34 to the Thunder. 1 point, 23 gone.
Canberra's best player last year, Mitch Maguire, had a slowish start to the season.
Anchors who was with it over there. They're going to switch play around by going through the back line. This is dangerous if it's not precision. Lockyer has it. He's got that freshly strapped ankle. He's wound up all sorts of trouble. It's been picked up off the ground by Powell. Powell gets an underground hand pass away, finds Pake. Pake has a man on his outside. That's Pollock. Pollock can steady, shoot, and I think score a major. There you go. Take the extra 2 steps and get yourself steady. And it'll place to watch sport from, and a great place to watch this goal from, or this goal attempt rather, from Rioli. What's Bensby got? Comes in on the right foot, tries to curl it around, and I reckon he's done it centimetre perfect, and he has, right between the uprights. And the Thunder get their first major for the afternoon. 1-1-7, the Canberra Demons 6-4, 28.5 gone in the first quarter.
Well, a great finish from Ben Rioli, and to say it was a desperately needed...
Right, so he'll want to aim just ever so slightly left, but really... these conditions, just aim it between the big ones.
He doesn't take too long in his setup or his approach, Tom Fall. Couple of steps in, left foot, drop punt, squeezes it through.
Aimed it left.
Tom Fall joins the list of Canberra goal kickers, and the Demons are now out by an even 40 points. Just sitting back behind the play, racking up the disposals and helping to set up a shot on goal for Tom Fall.
Fall, not off the long run, with the left foot, aims it to the left, gets it through. And he gets his second major of the afternoon. Indeed, his second and his team's second for the quarter. And Canberra move on to 8-7-55. The Thunder 1-1-7, 8.5 gone in the second term. And then on to Harper. Ball now sent further forward. Highmore sending it into the forward line. They've spoiled each other here, the Canberra side. Hardy has it, gets himself into trouble, out of trouble. Hand passes back over his head. Who's coming through? That might be, it is Tom Fall. He comes through. He's had a couple of set shots. Now he goes with the snap. The man who loves the spectacular. And there he is. Tom Fall gets his third for the term.
He was on hands and knees. He climbed to his feet. He was falling over. In fact, it was Baker who did well. Gives it back to Harper. Harper feeds it back to Powell. Powell goes for Evans. Evans was under pressure. His hand pass was intended for Baker. Baker knocks it forward towards Owen Orban, who gathers, shrugs the tackle. And it all ends up in a goal for Canberra.
It's Kel Evans who's come through there. I reckon he's got... he'll have the shot from directly in front. I know there's some people who expressed some consternation about that rule when it was brought in, but I like it. You get the reward for taking the mark in the goal square. Johnston, well, he puts a little bit of a wobble on it, but he gets it through for his first major of the afternoon, and the NT Thunder get their first of the quarter. They're 2-1-13. The Canberra Demons 10-7-67.
A much better build-up there by the NT Thunder, and they need to get that balance right.
House has a fake. Oh, dear, that's poor. Bruce at centre-half forward, and he doesn't have to turn around and take a shot because he can give it across to Maguire, and that's very, very dangerous stuff. And Maguire, well, he just runs in and kicks the easiest goal that we've seen for him in quite some. I think he may have actually been touched by the man on the mark there, so the ball still in play just inside the Canberra attacking area, and it's with Swan. Well, he kicked a good one at Phillip a couple of weeks ago. That would rival it, I suspect, as he's popped it through. That's a nice goal from a very, very difficult angle on the fly. It was Swan, wasn't it? But once again, Harper finds a man in Osborne on his outside, and once again, it's Canberra on the attack. The Hardy is the target. He gets it in unorthodox fashion. Short hand pass now, goes to Swan. He kicked a good one a few moments ago. He decides to have another crack. Can he go back to back? Oh, I think he can. The crowd behind the goals like it. The umpire comes up and says, yes, indeed. And Andrew Swan, he goes from 0 to 2 goals in about 60 seconds. Win. Prior to that, they beat the Thunder here, or subsequent to that, as the ball back in play. Shot on goal. Didn't see who it was who was down there. I think it may have been Damien Williams who had the shot, but he's got the goal. The Thunder playing for pride here as they try.
He's just passed the 50-game mark last week. Mitch Maguire from directly in front. He'll kick from not much more than 35 metres out, and his right foot drop punt is a goal. So Maguire has 3, the Demons have 14, and the scoreboard looking pretty ugly towards halftime.
Maguire with 3 joins Tom Fall with angles. Almost no breeze. And he takes the shot. It looks pretty good. It's there, 15-9-99 for the Canberra Demons at halftime over the NT Thunder 3-2-20. Well, I hate to use the word bloodbath, but Eddie, that's what this is turning 360, and then holding the ball in one hand, running full speed, and he's signalling to Rioli come forward. Ben
Rioli off the right boot, kicks the goal. That's the start for the second half that the Thunder were looking for. They look to have come out with a bit of voice and a bit of energy in this second half. They've got their 4th goal. They're 4-2-26.
Earlier in the game, he's flown high, taken the grab, and now he's got a shot on goal.
So Nigel Lockyer Jr. trots in off the left. Well, it was a great mark, and it's a great finish, and the Thunder have kicked 2 in a row.
They haven't done that, I don't think, at any stage of the afternoon, so I think the margin's too big for...
Another disposal coming up for Kel Evans. He has 1 bounce. He goes with the hand pass now to Lucas Moline, who gets a shepherd from Powell. He jogs inside 50, Lucas Moline, and he kicks a goal.
It's been a long time coming, but Canberra finally get their 16th of the afternoon.
Well, he's got a little bit of space now if he can pick up the footy. He does eventually. He goes off the left, just puts it to the hot spot. Evans crashed the pack, couldn't take the mark. The ball's on the ground now. Corbett was in there as well, so's Harper. Harper just sockers it off the ground towards Paik, who couldn't hold on. Thunder will try and rush this one through.
Paik's claiming the goal.
And he's going to be given the goal. Well, 2 in a minute for the Canberra Demons. That one in pretty extraordinary circumstance.
Canberra just going to the man in front. Kick it short, kick it to a target, as opposed to a contest. The right foot starts off to the right, curves back to the left, and having gone goalless for 16 minutes, Canberra have now kicked 3 in less than 5 in this third term. 18-14, 122. The Demons, the NT Thunder, 5-3-33. He'd back himself in.
Other teams are going to have a look at Kel Evans. He's had way too much space today. He found himself in all sorts of space here. It's a wobbly old kick.
Don't tell me it's been touched on the line again. No, just over. Just over. So Evans gets his 3rd, and he's doing them, well, evenly spaced. 1 in the first, 1 in the second. Now he has 1 in the third. And, well, that came unstuck as Fall was cut off there at the knees by Parnell. Parnell sent the ball into the forward line. Ooh. Rioli's dropped an absolute sitter. He might have to turn something very ordinary into something magical. And he goes for the little roly-poly goal and gets his 3rd for the afternoon, his 2nd for the quarter. And the Thunder move on to 40 points, 6-4-40.
On about a 45-degree angle. He'll go off the left foot. The kick looks pretty good. Will it have the distance? Absolutely. Alex Paik has 2. And the Demons have their highest ever score at UNSW Canberra Oval and the 2nd highest score in their history.
And again, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 Canberra players running in a pack up the middle of the park as it goes in towards centre half forward. Comes off the hands. Little hand pass. It's over to Lucas Moline. And the Riverina product bangs one through and takes the lead out past 100. Al turns around, sends it back and gives it on to, I think it may have been Swan again. Ball back inside the forward 50. Now here is Swan now. He bends over, he picks it up, he pops a little hand pass over to Harper. Harper gets it on to Corbett. Corbett back to Harper. Harper, he sent it. Oh, look at that. Don't tell me he's threaded it through. Oh, he has. What kind of an angle was that? From right next to the... This one will be very, very simple. He'll kick from 25 out at about a 5-degree angle from the perpendicular and does it with the right foot. Squeezes it inside the left post. The 150 comes up for the Canberra side now, and Andrew Swan gets his late in proceedings as they work it around the far side of the ground. Now, who's in it forward? There's 1, 2, 3, 4 Canberra players waiting for it. It comes down to Swan. Swan bangs it through. Gets his 4th of the afternoon, now the leading goal scorer for the game as the Canberra Demons move up to 160. 24-16, 160. The NT Thunder 6-5-41.
Well, he's found himself in the right place at the right time.
The tap down, but again, it's all Canberra. It might have been Owen Orban who was in there, put the ball forward for his side, and there's still plenty of people contesting for it. Harry Carr is in there, and he just picks it up. That's out of theft from Harry Carr as he bounces it short of the goals and gets it through for another one. That's his 3rd for the afternoon. They're starting to do it at will now, this Canberra side. And don't think for a moment that they're not enjoying it, Eddie. They move on to 160. Quite by his stellar terms in recent times. Sends the ball inside the forward 50, or not quite. It falls short. Powell taps it onto the path of Corbett. Corbett then has given the ball to Pake. Pake puts it into the path of Swan, and he's got a bag of 5. Oh, coast to coast. Wow. That didn't take long once they got it outside of the...
Gives it back to Sam Martin, who's off and running. Hand passes forward for Cal Evans, who sees a pretty open forward line, has a couple of bounces, straightens up, looks at the goals, and Cal Evans has kicked 4.
He could have taken another 2 or 3 bounces there too, Evans. Went the quick lead at the moment is 137. He'll come in. Off the right, tries to curl it around. The goal umpire shuffles a little and shuffles a little further and then comes back to the spot and gives it both barrels. And Hardy, well, he's kicked 2 spectacular goals in this final term. 3 for the day. And the Canberra...
score by the Canberra Demons, their highest ever winning margin, and importantly,